Hello there, and welcome back to the Cinema Asylum podcast. Today we're going to be reviewing Ironheart. My name is Dyllan, one of the two superhero and sci-fi experts.
I'm Matthew, the other superhero and sci-fi expert.
And I'm John Thompson. I am the action and animation expert. Hope you had a great 4th of July weekend. Thank you for joining us.
What do you guys? Before we get started, spoilers. The show just ended this past week, and even though we're past the normal cutoff for not talking about
Should
something
we rank
that's
Phase
new,
5 at the end?
I'd have to pull up a diagram of all of Phase 5
Because I got it saved.
Yeah,
I got my rankings.
I'll have to pull it up at some point, but I'm down for it.
I mean,
spoilers.
I'm not sure if I'd be able to rank the Phase 5. I mean, I
Well,
would try.
I want to rank it, even if you guys don't. I've got it figured out already.
You can if you want. Yeah, you can go.
But yeah, spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, this takes place after Wakanda Forever.
Yep.
Riri is a college student who ends up getting expelled at the beginning.
Yep. True to form.
Yep. To preface, I've never read any Ironheart comics.
Mm.
So, like, all my knowledge is from the show. I know, like, she's like a pseudo-successor to Iron Man. But, she gets her powers from mixed with magic.
Not in the comics, but
Okay, not in the comics?
no. The intertwining with magic was not part of her origin.
Okay.
In the comics.
Yeah, what are some things you guys really liked about the show? For me, the Hood was the standout.
Yeah, I really like.
I
really
Anthony
like the
Ramos.
Hood. Yeah, he was really good. I wasn't entirely sure what kind of character he was going to be playing, or at least like what that version of the Hood was going to be like.
Because the Hood hasn't been used. Arrow was called the Hood in the first season. That should tell you how long ago Marvel used the Hood in proper form.
Yeah.
I guess he hasn't really been used since like the late '80s, really.
No, he's such a he's not talked about too much in the comics.
Like,
yeah,
he was like running everybody for a minute.
yeah. No, he's one of those characters where there's something that keeps him from being, at least in my experience with him, the thing that's keeping him from being like Condiment King is the Hood. Literally,
Yeah.
like it's what he gets his power from.
Yeah,
He's just a weird fucking character otherwise.
yeah.
He's not he's a weakling. He's kind of pathetic in a way. Like it's the Hood. And that's the only thing that makes him the character that he is.
That's made him an interesting character, though.
It has. I was really interested in how they were going to introduce him in Ironheart.
Yeah,
And like I think that they did a really good job of it.
I will say
I liked it.
I will say I'm not gonna get too much into this because I don't want it to become a thing especially for this episode. With my faith background, I really like the fact that since he got it from who he got it from, that it was like slowly killing him.
Yeah.
That it showed like it was evil and it was like that was not the way to get power.
Right.
So it was like slowly killing him every time he put it on.
Well, I just want to say, like, who the hell was he kidding with those tattoos? You know,
Yeah.
like, oh well, we're covering up this like veiny tree-like bullshit that's spreading across your body with some thin line work. Like,
Yeah,
what?
like-
You'd have to do like a blackout completely to cover that up. What the hell is going on here? Like this dude was doing it every night. What?
Yeah, definitely.
John, real quick.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. I forgot the show was even on Disney Plus. Like, I'm pretty sure the other rest in America probably forgot the show even existed.
Well, they weren't marketing it until it's like the past month.
I don't.
Like,
I think Disney thought it was going to tank, so they didn't market it to save on marketing costs.
Mhm.
But it actually ended up being a pretty decent show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely will admit there. Like, I didn't finish the show until like yesterday. Like, we're recording it on a Sunday. I didn't finish the last 3 episodes until like yesterday because, for one thing, I was just finishing my Jurassic Park movie rewatches leading up to the new one, and second, I didn't even know the show even existed. I was just thinking to myself, well, I guess it's America's own fault. They didn't know the show was actually on Disney Plus. But watching it, I'll say this: I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked the show. The performances was good. There were some really good action scenes. I did like the villain. I did recognize the actor. The actor is really good at what he does. And
Yeah, he was in Twisters.
Oh yeah.
And wasn't he in he was in Transformers: Rise of the Beast? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was about to say
yeah,
Bumblebee.
I personally think he was. I personally think he was one of the more interesting characters in the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
And overall, I do find the show really good. Here's my problem though. For me, the Disney Plus Marvel shows, it's getting exhausting. It's so exhausting. Like, we are doing too many TV shows so many times. Like, we're trying to keep up with so many Disney Plus shows.
DC's about to do the same thing.
Well, yeah, but personally, I mean, I feel like that, and I hate to do this, but I feel like DC might be doing a little bit better job with like the TV shows that are coming out.
What they're going to do is, I think starting next year, it's going to be 2 live-action movies, 2 animated movies, 2 live-action series, and 2 animated series per year.
Okay. I mean, personally, I'd be okay with that. But I feel like what the MCU is doing is, I mean, the shows they're putting out is actually good, but it feels like cash grab after cash grab, honestly. Like, I personally think we should focus more on the characters that we know and love, like Spider-Man and Daredevil, and like more iconic.
Well, Spider-Man could be a cash grab because Spider-Man sells.
Yeah, true.
Thunderbolts was a good example of a really good movie, though.
Yeah.
That was not a cash grab in the slightest. It didn't do well.
No, it didn't.
And it was one of the best MCU movies we've gotten.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's true. But I just feel like, to me, that Disney Plus, I feel like they need to limit less on the TV shows and just get back into the
I will agree the shows are weaker than the movies for the most part.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
They have a worse track record with the shows than they do the movies.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there are some bangers. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Like WandaVision, and for me, Falcon Winter Soldier, Miss Marvel, Hawkeye, and even the Loki shows has been really good. But for me, it's like doing homework. Like, you have to watch this show to get ready for this one, or you have to watch that one to get ready for that
Garrett
one.
approves.
But it just, and Garrett's in the background, by the way. Wait, he didn't watch a single episode of that show, by the way. But, it just felt like homework. Like, you have to watch this part to understand. This part, like...
Are you excited for Wonder Man? With Yaha...
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I was confused. I was like, Wonder Woman? No, Wonder Man. Like, who?
I didn't know because I thought you'd like him as an actor. Yeah.
Yeah. But
it's
going
to be like She-Hulk, I think, in a way. Yep. So I'm out.
But overall, I thought the show was solid, but I just feel like that the TV shows, like, oh boy, I've got to try my best to keep up. Like, there's a reason why I didn't watch all the shows. Like, I still have not watched Secret Invasion. I still have not watched She-Hulk yet.
Give She-Hulk a chance. Give She-Hulk a chance.
And I still have not yet watched What If. I'm sorry, I still have not watched it. It's like, there's so many shows that you have to try to keep up.
Someone's Scott Stapp. What if? What if?
But otherwise, I do enjoy it. But it's not the best among MCU shows.
I will say the writing is definitely the weakest. Not the weakest of the MCU. I'm saying the weakest aspect of the show. I'd say there's too much questionable choices with the writing. Like, it moves the plot along well enough, but there's just very questionable choices in terms of like dialogue. I feel like the writing, like the theme makes sense. It's the dialogue choices.
Yeah, a lot of the there's a bit of the dialogue that doesn't feel earned. It feels like they were just going for a moment instead of going for something that was organic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It feels forced in a way.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it wasn't. I think that they were more just concerned about getting this character more set up for whatever's coming next in the MCU, and that's kind of just what this was. Because it's not like this was. It's not like this was the first thing that Riri was in.
Right.
Like, we got Riri set up in Wakanda Forever, but. This just like obviously it wasn't supposed to be a start off point for her character.
Right.
This was just supposed to lead us into whatever they're doing next with the MCU, and I think that that definitely shows here. I will say the adaptation of her character isn't bad.
Okay.
Um,
I do like the whole panic attack thing.
yes, that was her dealing with that kind of stuff was kind of there in the original issues from what I remember.
Okay.
But I don't think that they went too deeply into the panic attack aspect of something like that.
Okay.
But no,
It's
like,
always good to show superheroes can suffer panic attack too.
yes, it is. And like
Because I feel like that's an issue. Sorry, I feel
No.
like that's an issue a lot of people have. That like superheroes will go into dead parents, dead husband, dead wife, whatever. But like a panic attack is something that a lot of people deal with. That kind of just gets glazed over with being a superhero, and you think a lot of them would struggle, even if it's just the fear of losing somebody, or dealing with the PTSD from losing somebody.
right.
You'd think it would be something that's discussed more. So I'm glad this kind of captures that.
Yeah.
This and Thunderbolt this year are really good for mental health.
Which is kind of surprising.
MCU's the voice of mental health right now in theaters.
Yeah, I'm kind of my mind's kind of blown by that. No, the adaptation of the character was pretty good. She also gets kicked out of college in her origin issue, and she also is dealing with that kind of loss of family, and she's dealing with this trying to prove herself against the world kind of thing. And I think that a lot of the things that they brought into it, like you were saying, is really interesting. The way that they went about the grief, the way that they went about her reaction to it and her process and everything. I think that was really unique. I'll say I was kind of surprised by Alden Ehrenreich.
Yeah.
I did not see the twist about his character. I don't know why.
Wait, who was he again?
Alden Ehrenreich.
Yeah.
He was McGillicuddy. Joe?
Oh!
Yeah.
That was?
He played
Ezekiel
young Han
Stane.
Solo.
Yeah. That was Ezekiel Stane?
Yes. Yeah, I was caught off guard by that. I don't like
I
that.
wish
That
he would've
kind of
messed
threw
up
me
the
for a
neighbor.
fucking loop. Huh?
I wish he would have ended up messing up the neighbor.
Oh yeah.
She deserved it.
She did. Admittedly,
That was Karen with a capital K.
Well, that first scene, I was like, just bag up her shit and hook it at her car.
Yeah.
like you don't even have to tie off the end or anything. You don't have to set it on fire. Just like huck it against her house.
Yeah.
What's she gonna say? The man across the street's hucking my dog shit at me? Like that would sound insane.
Yeah.
Like he should have just gotten the same kind of payback that anybody else would have gotten if they were immature. No, I liked him in it. I thought that he was good. I don't like. I think that Alden Ehrenreich is a good actor, and I think that that he's definitely had some good performances.
Right.
And he's not like a phenomenal talent.
No.
But I always like seeing him when he's on the screen.
Yeah.
I think that he's good in whatever character that he gets, even though it's not always like knock out of the park acting. Right. Or even if it isn't like a major prominent role where they give him good content. It's just he's good. I enjoy him, and I think that he did well here playing an anxious little weirdo.
I had an idea.
Huh.
I got something we can patent for the podcast.
Huh.
It made me think of this, talking about this. You've heard of super soakers. Get ready for craft cannons. When the neighbor's dog poops in your yard, you launch it like a super soaker at the owner.
God damn.
Dylan has lost it, folks.
No, I think everybody did a good job. Another Madripoor reference.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Paul and I kind of talked about the one thing. He had said about the dialogue like being like bad about like I want to build something awesome, iconic, and I was like, that's just how Gen Z says iconic. Like that's,
yeah.
it's the Gen Z thing.
Yeah, there's definitely a bunch of lingo here that made sense with like
Yeah.
with the generation lingo
Yeah,
and stuff
'cause
like
she-
that. Yeah.
Riri's like college age, so she's Gen Z.
Yeah, she's like 19. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, no, there's some. I think that there was stuff where they were trying to be cool. Like just look at like the hacker aspect of it, you know? Like when it came to like the heist planning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I will say, love him when I see him appear in things. Eric Andre, I think that he was good here. I think that
Is
he
that
was exactly
Rampage?
how. He was Rampage.
Yeah.
He was utilized well here for the character that Eric Andre is shown to play.
Yeah.
And so like aside from that, like I'm going to be called Rampage. Nobody's going to call you Rampage.
No, yeah.
Y'all got cool nicknames because it's stupid. Like,
Yeah.
That would be me.
I don't know. I'm like 50-50 because I think that there's some really good jokes in there. And
But a lot of it falls flat, too.
yeah, a lot of it falls flat too. And I think that a lot of it just, it's not the worst show that we've gotten.
No.
I was not upset with this whatsoever.
This is definitely in the lower half of Phase 5, but it's not like the worst.
Yeah. And I'm glad that they were kind of upfront about the fact that it's only going to be like one season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
not like Moon Knight, is it going to be one season? Is it not going to be one season?
I expect that it will, just because of the fact that they put complete first season on the physical release. I think that's the reason why they haven't come out with Book of Boba Fett on physical yet.
Okay.
It's because they don't know if they're going to do anything else with it.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. But no,
I need to rewatch Moon Knight.
I'm gonna rewatch it when I hear more news about it. Because
Yeah.
I've only seen it like 3 times, maybe.
I've only seen it once. We need Midnight Suns now.
Yeah, it's supposed to be one of the first movies that we get after the reset. God willing.
The villain that we meet at the end should be the villain of Midnight Suns.
Should be.
Should we try to get into that already or not yet?
I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about.
There wasn't. Like, this is a very basic show.
Yeah, this like I said, this
It's
was
basic
to
MCU.
set up for future stuff. This
Yeah.
wasn't really for her to have her own project, unfortunately.
No.
Although I do think that they did well with giving her own project for what it was.
But
It's just
there's
not a whole lot for them to do.
6 episodes though, like
It would have been nice to have a little bit more.
probably so.
Just
yeah.
a little bit. I don't know what else they could have done with it in order to make it work.
I don't know what strategy the MCU is trying to do, and their strategy has been so weird after Endgame. So weird.
So, yeah.
It's been rumored for a long time.
Yeah.
I remember this is one of our first conversations when you and I started talking as friends.
The Hood gets his hood from somebody. It's a enchanted hood.
Yeah.
They think it's Dormammu.
Oh.
It is not Dormammu. And I realized this after I finished watching. In the very first episode, her mother says, "Get behind me, Satan."
Yeah. Yeah.
The little preface there.
Yeah.
How did I not catch that? Dang.
We get Mephisto.
Yeah. Played by Sacha Baron Cohen.
Which, kudos to Reddit for getting that in like 2021
Yeah.
or 2020 or whatever that was. It's been, I think it was when Multiverse of Madness came out.
He's been a fan cast for a long time.
But I think like Reddit was confirming it when Multiverse of Madness came out.
I don't think that.
Yeah, they were like
Was it-
hardcore confirming it, like this is happening.
I don't know. I don't remember that. I remember the rumors a couple of years ago. but
Yeah,
I don't.
But like there were people like hardcore confirming it, like this is happening.
Well, we've gotten a lot of castings like years out, and where they're just like trying to figure out what the fuck to do.
Rock, I got him.
Blade.
Yeah.
It's about.
I mean, The Rock was cast as Black Adam in what, 2008? Something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. The movie had been in hell for a long time.
I think that's the longest cast ever between
Yeah,
coming
agreed.
out. And,
No,
Uh,
I have not rewatched it since.
I'm happy with it. I always thought that the casting would be good.
Yeah.
And did you see the reflection in his spoon?
yeah.
Oh, so good. I was wondering if they were just going to keep him looking the way that he ended
Yeah.
up looking, like where he's like
I
an
think we'll get it
approachable
in Midnight
human.
Suns, the actual look.
I hope
he's-
so.
I think he's going to show up in different parts of the MCU, tempting people.
Yes, yeah. Well, okay. I actually had a thought about it earlier. When the mom is like, "Can you make one of Gary?" Talking about the Natalie AI.
Yeah.
The moment that she did that, immediately something popped in my head where I was like, if Peter were here, he would have asked for one of Aunt May.
Yeah.
And the fact
I
that we
don't
have
know if Peter
Mephisto
would-
now.
I don't know if Peter would be stupid enough.
Okay, but Peter, the way that he is at that moment, it depends on how soon after it is.
Right.
Because
I don't think they go that route, though.
I don't think so. I don't think that they're going to try to do anything like that, because I think that the next phase of Spider-Man is going to be them trying to pass the torch.
Yeah, to Miles.
Yeah, they're going to be trying to pass to Miles after Secret Wars.
Well, I
But-
guess there's going to be 9 Tom Holland movies. That was like the rumor,
Yeah,
and like
I heard that.
apparently the next trilogy is going to be him in college, and then Miles will be introduced in the third trilogy, and it'll be him training Miles the way Tony would have trained him.
I'm still waiting
That'd
for
be
that.
really cool.
I'm still waiting for that Miles news. I'm still waiting for that. Yeah.
There was a rumor casting when Homecoming came out, but I think that was just racist fans
Yeah.
automatically assuming that
Ha,
a kid of color was cast.
Yeah.
It was like Miles Morales.
Although
I
I
think
will-
that's what was going on.
Although I will admit this, the whole Punisher being the Spider-Man thing, you should have saved that for the surprise. Like, I don't like it that they announced it. I would rather be surprised than.
I'm glad Bernthal's getting the respect he deserves for that role.
I will say, it plays into what my theory was towards the end of our Born Again review.
Yep.
It plays
That-
into it.
That's a good point. That's
I-
a good point. Yeah.
And Born Again Season 2 comes first.
Mm-hmm.
because it does have potential to be high on my Daredevil seasons ranking. It has potential.
Do you guys have any more thoughts, or should we get to our ratings and rankings?
I thought that I really like the deeper themes that were used here. It's not something that we're super used to in the MCU, and we talked about it earlier about the fact that the MCU is trying to shed more light on mental issues and stuff like that. And I really like the use that was made here. I know a lot of people aren't going to like the show, and there's some idiots in particular that won't like it.
Right.
To be expected at this point, unfortunately. But I think that it was really well-rounded. I think that it served the purpose that it was supposed to serve. I think that it just nailed what it was going for.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested in what they're going to do with the character moving forward. Are they going to give her own movies? Are they going to reserve her for, like, the Young Avengers? Like,
Right.
the New Warriors? I'm really interested in how this is going to play into everything else. It's just there's... As with most of the MCU after Endgame, there isn't a whole lot of connection in between things at this point. And there's a good reason for why there isn't currently a whole lot of connection. But I'm really interested in how everything's going to connect, especially that post-credit scene.
Right.
Like, are you telling me that this isn't the last that we've seen of the Hood? That he's going to be coming back around?
Right.
Like, that's wild.
I'll say this. It's good that we're getting the deeper themes. Superheroes can be notorious for deeper themes. Whether it be religious themes or mental health themes. Superheroes are fun and happy and stuff, but they could also be serious.
Yeah.
We don't have to be dark and gritty serious. It could just be deeper thematic themes. But we got to stop looking at superheroes as either edgy or a joke. There is middle ground where it's just deep-rooted.
Yep.
And I think we're at a split between that, where people think it either has to be a joke or it has to be like The Boys or something, where it's super dark and graphic and stuff.
Yeah. No, there's definitely a balance to strike, and Marvel's figured it out. I really hope that a lot of other companies that are making similar content follow suit, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Image was supposed to do their universe, but I think it's dead after Bloodshot.
Yeah.
I don't think anything's gonna happen.
Oh, I
Uh,
forgot about Bloodshot.
But yeah,
Yeah, same.
I gave Ironheart a 4 out of 5. I think I'm gonna cut it down to a 3.5 though.
Here, let me see what I mark it as. Ah, my letterbox is not working.
I am
Hold
gonna
on.
cut it down to 3.5. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll say 3.5. Same.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's about what I give it.
And yeah, I think I'll give it a solid 4.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, at least an 8 out of 10. Like,
John didn't give a 5-star.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, like I said, I mean, I like the show, but I needed a little bit more.
Hmm.
In terms of like hyping it up a bit, like there should have been more marketing for it,
Yeah.
and I feel like the stories, I mean, they were good, but not like MCU great or anything like that.
Yeah.
So hopefully, whatever projects comes next, we can simmer down on the TV projects and more movies. So,
I'm gonna rush through my rankings because we've done individual episodes on every single one of these, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna rush through it. Last place, Secret Invasion.
Okay.
Agatha All Along. Quantumania. Brave New World.
Okay.
Ironheart. The Marvels. Loki Season 2. Echo. Born Again Season 1. Deadpool and Wolverine. Thunderbolts. Guardians 3 at number 1.
okay,
Damn. All right.
all right, that sounds good.
Thunderbolts could pass Guardians eventually. As of right now, Guardians is still number 1. I've only seen Thunderbolts once.
Yeah.
Is anybody else doing rankings or?
I mean, I can do something real fast.
Okay, John, you're not doing it. You said.
I mean, I'm willing to go quick. Like, I haven't seen all of the Phase 5, but I guess I'll go ahead and give it a try, I guess. Okay, Phase 5, Marvel. Yep, let me pull up a Wikipedia page real quick.
Well, they got separated between movies and TV. Here, just look at my letterbox.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The only one that's not on here is Born Again. That's not listed on Letterboxd.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, just
Yeah, thank you. Okay. All right. In terms of number 1, Deadpool Wolverine, I'll put that at number 1. I'll put Guardians 3 at number 2. I'll put Thunderbolts 3. Ooh boy, this is where things get a little bit tricky between.
like I said, Daredevil's not on there.
What? Oh, that's right. I mean, once we get to season 2, then maybe it'll go up pretty high. But as of right now, I think I'll put. I'm stuck between Loki or Echo at 4 and 5. You know, because of the Daredevil universe, I think I'll put Echo at 4. I'll put Loki at 5. Like I said, things could change real quickly after season 2 of Daredevil. I'll put the Marvels at 6. I actually liked it more than a lot of people have. I'll put Daredevil season 1 at 7. Quantumania, for some reason, actually got weak for me. So Captain America: Brave New World is actually above Ant-Man Quantumania, and Agatha All in last place. And I'll put Ironheart ahead of Agatha All because
Okay.
I like seeing more. I like to see more of her. I mean, Agatha was good. It just, I guess it just wasn't made for me. I mean, I appreciate it, but I think I prefer watching.
Oops.
Sorry. I think I would.
Fun again.
I think I would probably would watch more of Ironheart's character than Agatha, at least for me.
Okay.
So that's my ranking.
I'll rush through mine. 13, Secret Invasion. 12, Captain America: Brave New World. 11, Quantumania. 10, Echo. 9, Born Again Season 1. Yeah. 8 is both Season 2 and Season 3 of What If. 7 is Ironheart. 6, The Marvels. 5, Agatha. 4, Loki Season 2. 3 is Volume 3. 2 is Deadpool and Wolverine. Number 1 is Thunderbolts.
Okay, respect.
Right. There you go. All right.
We thank you guys for watching this. This is Marvel. Next week is Superman. And then in 2 weeks,
Gonna be Marvel again.
Yeah.
Yep.
it's a super month.
Yeah, super fantastic, actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
We thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Hit
can
that notification bell.
Yeah, hit that notification bell. We are on TikTok, which we will be using more soon. We are on Threads. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're most active on Twitter. You can follow us on Spotify, YouTube. Remember to follow Dark Before the Dawn Media for my photography and filmmaking, and Rockbuster Productions for Garrett's filmmaking. And we hope to see you guys next week. Have a great week.
Have
God
a great
bless
week,
everybody.
guys.
We have been the Cinema Asylum Podcast. You guys were awesome. Thanks for coming out. Good night.